Hey guys, welcome to yet another unboxing in 2023. So as you can see here, I'm showcasing my entire Iron Maiden collection, their complete 17 studio albums. And here I'm showing you some of my, audio stuff. So I still do love listening on a physical medium. That's why I have a Discman. So this is something that I've shown before. We bought this from, let me just face the mic right here. All right. So we bought this from Austria for like, if you convert it, it's like 1.5 or something like that. But yeah, it's very nice. It's been a very good companion to me. Listening not just my Iron Maiden but my other physical metal CD collections. I have a lot in there. So I'm just showing here the Iron Maiden. So of course, since it's an old Discman, it does. You open it at the back. It does take how do you say this? Double A batteries. So let me just fix the thing right here so that we can close it. Okay, but it takes this double A battery. So the double A batteries that I have here are really special because you when you recharge it, you don't need a rechargeable because they open at the top, and as you can see, you use a USB like power something, or you can even put it in your power bank on your laptop, and then they charge right there. So very very nice, right? And then so the thing about Discmans, right? Like if like the Discmans from, because they were they really got famous in the 90s and then early 2000s. They can't, during that time, the Bluetooth technology wasn't yet very widely used. And so what happens is that if you want this to listen to your CDs in the modern era, you do have to, this one that can't do that. So what I do is I have this thing that transmits, if any 3.5 millimeter jack device, you put it in there. So the music that it outputs, it will transmit this to a Bluetooth device. So this has a battery on its own, so it charges by a Type C. So what I do is just I put it in there, right? And so it outputs, towards my JBL right here. So this is the JBL from my wife's, one of her perks in her job. She got this for free. This is the JBL Clip 4. And sometimes I also output it to my JBL Bluetooth headset right here, right? So I listen to there. So it outputs either here or either there. But, sometimes you see this, it's very, it's very wobbly. And then, the battery, since it runs on a double A battery, even though this is a USB, it rounds out. And sometimes I get lazy playing on here because like let's say I'm gonna listen to Iron Maiden's the Book of Souls. Then what happens is I need to set up the Bluetooth, and then this guy I need to get from this guy. Of course this guy is my Sony MP3 player. If I want to bring a smaller MP3 player with a limited playlist, because this only has a 4 gigabytes, so you really focus on the album that you want to listen to. So you put it, so it usually belongs here, it's black, both of them are black, so they go together very nicely. But yeah, I still have to remove it from here and then set it up, so sometimes, it's a hassle. And I do have, my main music player here. This contains, this is a DAP, digital audio player, DAC. DAP or DAC, yeah, it's the same thing. But yeah, this contains 128 gigabytes. All of them are music, so the entire music that I want to listen to within my lifetime are located here. So this is a very nice device. So this is like my main how do you say this, my main audio player. But yeah, if I do want to listen to CDs, look at the arts and stuff, you do need a Discman. And so I asked myself, if I look at like modern Discmans, do they have these features that I require? Can I find a Discman that has a Bluetooth? Can I find a Discman that has a built-in speaker? Can I find a Discman that has a built-in battery? So I ask myself this, and then look around, and I discovered this very nice. A lot of companies are still making modern CDs. Of course, big names like Sony, Panasonic, Aiwa, you don't see them anymore making CD players because they're done doing that. The market has moved on. Most people would rather listen to their music on their cell phones. Cell phones are already capable of music players. They rather listen to it on their Spotify. But personally, I don't have a Spotify. I don't like my music to be a slave of the internet. And I don't want to other people has a hold of my music collection, because you hear in the news some nightmare stories of sometimes they're listening to an artist and then the next day it's gone in Spotify. But once you have the Book of Souls album, no one can take that away from you, right? So that's why I still have this physical collection. And I also usually don't listen on my phone, because if I listen to the music, I want to be in the moment. I want to be attentive, so I I don't want to have like notifications, or I don't want to be disturbed doing other things, browsing the social media, or watching YouTube on the phone, or all this stuff. Instead of listening to the music, you get distracted a lot because your phone can do a lot of stuff. So that's why I have these dedicated devices to play phone. So like I said, going back, I asked myself, what are the modern Discman, what they look like? And I discovered that a lot of companies actually have Discmans that can do Bluetooth, Discmans that have a built-in battery, Discmans that have a speaker. But I really hunted to that specific model that can do all this, that has a Bluetooth, a speaker, a built-in battery, and all these things. And so I discovered companies like Gurey, Monodeal, Hot, HOTT. But the problem is that some of these Discmans, they usually have like two or one of the features that I'm looking for, but none of the others. So for example, Monodeal has a Discman that can do Bluetooth, that can do let's say that has a built-in battery but has no built-in speaker. But then there's another model that has a built-in speaker, can do Bluetooth, but then there's no built-in battery. So I want everything. And so I look around, and I actually found a specific model, and it's called the Lukasa portable CD player. So Lukasa is like the company. Of course, you can call their CD player Lukasa as well. But if you look at the back, it has all the features that I want, So of course, obviously, it can do CD and MP3 play function. That's typical. But very importantly, it can do Bluetooth receiver and Bluetooth transmitter, right? So that means, since as you can see later, it has a built-in speaker, you can do Bluetooth from your cell phone to it. Okay, it's like a portable speaker, but it can also emit Bluetooth from the Discman outside. So like to my Bluetooth headphone or to my JBL and all those things, right? It has a USB play, something that I wasn't looking for, but there's like a USB slot where, for example, this is essentially a USB, right? My Sony MP3 player. It's a USB, right? So you put it in there, it can play it, right? It can play the music in here. So very, very nice feature that I wasn't even looking for, but it was included, And so it also has ASP function, very typical of a Discman, anti-shock protection, so that when you tap or you move the Discman, the music doesn't jump. Okay, so that's an old thing. There's an auxiliary input. That means not only can you output so if you don't like the built-in speaker and then you have a very nice sound system, you can output the music to that sound system. But auxiliary input means that if I have an old device, let's say, that outputs a 3.5 millimeter, you can feed it to this Discman, and then the music will output on this Discman itself. Very awesome, right? And then of course it has a stereo earphone jack, obviously, DC 5 volts, so that means it charges via micro USB. So this Discman right here actually does that. It also charges right here via micro USB. But as you've seen, this one doesn't have its own built-in battery. It's powered by AA. This one has its own built-in 2000 milliampere rechargeable battery. Okay, so this is what we're gonna be unboxing right now. So a very nice, eco-friendly brown box. Let's open it this way. Okay, so that you can see. So yeah, you have the wires right here. It comes in this very nice, pouch, gray pouch that, something that this one didn't even have. One of the things, like if I bring this, I put it on my sling bag or a bag or something, it just lays there naked. There's no protection. So it's nice that this has its own, pouch. So there's the Lukasa's business card, or something like that. Let me just put that aside. It's how do you say this, user manual. Okay, so I don't think we need that. I've been operating Discmans before, so I am pretty confident that we can do that. So let me remove this. The pouch does have a the holder of the cover is like the one you use on the medals and stuff, but the other accessories, the other wires are here on the side. So let me just remove this, and then let's look at all the other accessories that it came with. Okay, let's put it there. So it has it has a lanyard, like a wrist strap that you can put on it. I don't think I'll be placing this here. I don't think we need that because it has its own pouch. There's a 3.5 millimeter headphones, but like I said, the reason why we're hunting for a Bluetooth is because we'll be using wireless earphones instead. This is the 3.5 for the auxiliary if you want the Discman to be outputted to a better sound system, or if you want other devices to output on it via a wire. And then of course, finally, USB to micro USB charger. Okay, so very important. So let me put the box aside right here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna open Okay, the Discman itself. So yeah, very nice texture pouch right there, as you can see. Okay, so are you ready? So let's open this like that, and of course it's still covered. Very nice. Okay, so let me remove the cover right here. Let me put back this cover, this plastic on the box. But as you can see right there, oh, it's inverted. Lukasa. So we're gonna look at it. As you can see, there's like a speaker around it. But yeah, it's only mono speaker. But yeah, that works fine. Okay. So let me fold this wrapper and put it back on its box. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna look around the player right here. So it has a lot of buttons, like and it's a bit bulky. Like look at this. So let me also put, so that we have space right here. Let me put the pouch away. Okay, so that we have a space to work here. So yeah, it's rather big, right? So let me just showcase this with the Iron Maiden Book of Souls CD cover, so you can imagine the size. And also I have something for a how do you say this, thumbnail, right? Like when you first click on the video, this is the picture that you're gonna see. Okay, but in any case, yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna use that as a thumbnail. But in any case, yeah, this is the first Discman that I have. It's slightly bigger, but I do love that it's a perfect circle, like rather than this one having like a flat thing right here. This one though is way thinner, but of course this does have like built-in battery and built-in speaker, so you can forgive it for that. Okay, so the buttons, so you have the repeat, random, repeat one, repeat all. This is familiar to you. Program, if you have a CD, like you don't want to listen to them sequentially, but you also don't want to randomize it. You want to have a specific order. I used to do that. I have like a Meteora album by Linkin Park. I used to like first listen to Numb, but then Somewhere I Belong, and then Faint. I want a specific order. So here you have a function. So the function, I believe, is the one that will have you go through the different, so CD, USB, auxiliary, Bluetooth. Okay, and then I think, yeah, this button right here is also, if you hold it, then it will look for a Bluetooth connection. ASP is of course the anti-shock protection. +10, -10 skip if you have like MP3s that contains a lot of tracks, so you don't want to just next. If you want to go to like track 123, so you skip 10, right, instead of skipping one by one. But of course we have the skip, of course, one by one on the back. So I believe if you hold it, typically that's also your rewind and forward. You have play, and then you have plus and minus. Okay, in here you have the micro USB slot where you put the wire. In here you have the space for the lanyard. You have the power switch. Yeah, typically this one, like for example this one, it doesn't have a power switch. You just press play, and then that's like your power. But this one does, right? And then right here you have the open close for the CD. And then here, very important, the auxiliary input for the headphone if you have want another device to output to this speaker. The USB, and then you have the headphones. So the weird thing about this, of course, before I bought this, I watched this in YouTube. The weird thing about this design is that when you open the CD, it opens from the bottom. Like, that's weird, right? Like, I'm used to, like, this is the first time I've seen a Discman where the disc goes at the bottom. Usually Discmans, when you open it, when it's playing, it's at the top, right? But I think this is better because, when you're listening, right, like, yeah, sometimes you fidget around the buttons and stuff, and then you accidentally press open, bam, there goes your music, right? But this one, since the opening tray is at the bottom, so even if you play around, with the open here, I'm playing around with the open, it's not opening because the entire thing is covering the bottom. So, but it opens like that. Okay, but yeah, very quickly, let's listen to let's try a CD right here. So let me see, do we do Book of Souls? I think let's try Virtual 11, so that Book of Souls is it's a very good album, but yeah, it does take a while to open because it looks like a book. It's of the Book of Souls after all. Let's do Virtual 11, Iron Maiden's 11th album. Okay, so and then so again, it opens at the bottom. Okay, and then you put it right there, a CD. Okay, since it is rechargeable, then it has its own battery, so we just press on here, and there, now it's reading. And the nice thing is that the LCD display does have a battery indicator. Right now it says full. Okay, so let's see which song do we listen to. Let's see Educated Fool. No, let's do Futureal, the first one. Okay, let me see, Futureal, and then there you go. Yeah, that's the built-in Sorry, let me pause. I don't know if you can hear me while it's playing. It's the built-in speaker, right? So, right? So that's the nice, like I said, my other Discman, I still have to set up the Bluetooth and stuff. Here, if you just want to listen, on the background, this is very convenient, right? But since it's only mono, it's not the best speaker around. But it's fine, especially if you just want to listen at the entire album at the background. You're doing something else, so it doesn't matter if it's not high quality and stuff like that. But what you can do is you can turn on your JBL right here, right? Let me turn on my JBL, okay, and then let me go to pairing mode so that it will look for a device. Let me hold the function button right here. So now it's looking for a device to pair. Okay, I think it's taking a while. It's still blinking. While we're waiting, let's continue playing that music. Oh, it connected, right? So now when I press play, it should play here without even using any this dongle and stuff that I used to use on my previous Dixman. But if you choose to, you can still do it, via headphone. It still works. So it still works that way. But we don't have to do that now. So let me press play. So now the audio should come out not here but on the JBL. Okay, so now it's slower because the volume here is low. Let me put it higher. Yeah. I can see that name till the death. Okay, that's very good. So now let me pause that, and then what we're gonna do is, so let me turn off the JBL. So as you can see very nicely, Bluetooth works. The how do you say this? Built-in speaker, it works. So now what we do is I turn on my my MP3 player. Okay, so this contains, like I said, the entire music that I want to listen, in my lifetime. So right now I was listening on this player exactly the Book of Souls. So I have a copy of Book of Souls right here. So you can see that's exactly it's exactly this cover, right? But so what we're gonna do is, so I'm gonna press function. So when you go to function, it will go through the things that it can do. We'll go to Bluetooth, right? So now it's Bluetooth. So this has a Bluetooth. So we will output this Bluetooth right here. So this will act as its speaker. So let me go there very quickly. Let me how do you say this? Let me pair the device. Hopefully it pairs right away. Okay. It says connecting, and I think so it will be connected because the icon BT is not connecting anymore, right? So now let me go to the music. So now when I play this song should be outputting right here. So let me forward this music. Oh, there you go. Through soon the lands of angels. Yeah, that song is the Book of Souls. Amazing song. But so now we have that capability, right? So now what we're gonna do is, what happened? Oh, it stopped. What's happening? There's like some interference or stuff like that. Okay, now it's fine, right? I don't know what happened. Maybe because of the movement and stuff. Yeah, but now it's fine. Now it's fine, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause this, okay? I'm gonna turn off the Bluetooth function, but I'm gonna go to the auxiliary function. Okay, so what does auxiliary mean? Well, auxiliary means that I'm going to output this guy, okay? Because this I have a short auxiliary wire. I'm gonna use this guy. I'm gonna output on its 3.5. Then that 3.5 I'm going to connect here on the auxiliary, right? So now let's do that. So let's do this auxiliary, and then let me press play right here. I don't hear anything. I'm not hearing anything. Did I do it correctly? Okay, it says auxiliary in 3.5. Let me just blow on my wire because I can hear some some noise and stuff when I'm doing it. So how about this guy here? I'm just inverting it, and then this guy here. Oh, there you go. I just need to invert the well. Let me rewind it. Let me rewind that part because that part's very good. I think I went too far. It's like after the solo. Let me lower the volume a little bit. This is an epic song, man. I went too far. Oh no, I think I went too far. Let me look for that part, that amazing part. Oh, it always goes back to the same part. Yeah. Then the throne wearing feathers and shells. That's an amazing line. But in any case, yeah, the Book of Souls, the title itself, the title song, this song, the Book of Souls, which is also the title of the entire album, is about, you know, when the Aztecs, the Mayans, the box fell. But in any case, they will sacrifice, you know, people on the top of the pyramids. It's a very awesome song. But in any case, let me pause that, right, and remove this so the auxiliary works. The last thing that I want to demonstrate, so let me just turn off this CD right here. So we've demonstrated that it can output Bluetooth here. We've demonstrated that it can receive Bluetooth from here. We've demonstrated that it can, you know, output, it can serve as an auxiliary input for devices that have 3.5. Of course, obviously, when you put this wire on its 3.5, then this will output to a, like, let's say a better speaker or something like that, right? Finally, what else should we do? The final functionality that I haven't shown you is this, the USB functionality. So it's very easy to demonstrate because right now I have this, like this Sony MP3 player is exactly a USB, right? So we're gonna put it here. Oh, it's inverted. All right. And yeah, so it's reading it. Yeah, it does say, yeah, that's Iron Maiden, man. That's Iron Maiden. I think, what's this song? It's Hell on Earth from their recent album Senjutsu. Yeah, so it is playing from this MP3, which of course I also have the entire album of Iron Maiden. You know, it's very cool. It looks like a lollipop or something. But yeah, enough of that. We don't want to get a copyright strike. But so what I can do is I'm gonna go back to the CD function. Okay, I'm gonna remove this guy, so it can do USB as well, right? So I'm gonna remove this guy, and I think, yeah, that's it. That's the thing that I just want to demonstrate. So right now it's playing again the CD. Yeah, it's playing Futureal. What is real? Do you believe what is real? Do you believe what is real? Can you believe what you think? Futureal. Yeah, so very amazing. You know, it's got all the things that I look for: speaker, Bluetooth functionality, built-in battery, and then some. So the things that were in here that I wasn't even looking for. It has its own pouch. It has a USB play. It has an auxiliary input. It can receive Bluetooth instead of just transmitting it. You know, all these things. Pros and cons. You know, I think the built-in speaker, since it is mono, it's, you know, it's not the best quality, but you know, it does work. Like I said, if you're just listening to the music at the background, you know, it's fine. And if you want a better speaker for it, of course, you can always output it here to a JBL. It's a bit chunky, you know, it's a bit like, look at this guy, look at this other Discman, right? It's bigger, you know, it's thicker like that. But again, all the added functionalities that you got, I think it's fine. And then I think the other, if I had to nitpick, the other gripe that I would say is that, you know, usually Discmans like this guy, it has like equalizer bass boost. So if that's your thing, it doesn't have that, unfortunately. Fortunately, I don't do that. You know, I want to listen to the song the way the artist intended us to listen to it. So I don't want to like increase the treble or increase the bass, or make it the equalizer, make it jazz or rock. I always want it, the normal vanilla sound, because I want to listen to the music the way the artist intended for us to hear the music, right? But of course, there's nothing wrong with, if you really like to increase the bass, all the things, you can do that. But yeah, that's something that this thing cannot do. Yeah, there's no equalizer option. And then another thing is, yeah, the how do you say this, the LCD display. Some Discman that I saw have backlit LCD display. It's something that they could have added very easily, but unfortunately it's not here. But other than that, I think, yeah, this is the Discman to end all other Discmans, right? Yeah, but in any case, guys, yeah, I think that's the Lukasa Discman right there. So let me just put it here beside my other Silva Discman from Austria. Okay, so that you have an idea how they look side by side. So if you're interested about all those functionalities that I mentioned, you can check this out. Price, in Amazon, I think this is like around 60 to some sites I saw like $100, which is ridiculous. But here I got this for like 2,500 from a woman named Elizabeth. Shout out mom Elizabeth. She got this. It was sent to her from the US, and then she sold it for 2,500. I was very happy that I found it in the Facebook Marketplace of all places. It's not even in Lazada. It's not in Shopee. I would have bought this in Amazon, but when I searched it in Facebook, I was like, I told myself, this is probably not here. And there was one person selling it, so very nice. But in any case, yeah, that's the Lukasa CD player. Let me now turn it off and then remove the CD from under, right, the Virtual 11 of Iron Maiden. Close it, and then as always invert it like that, and then put it back on its case. Where's the, oh, don't tell me that the album fell down. Oh no, my Virtual 11 album fell down. But yeah, that's the problem with CDs. Sometimes the casing get destroyed. But in any case, you can always buy a replacement, CD case. Yeah, a lot of these CDs, yeah, they do have like, broken, casing and all those things. But in any case, yeah, I think I'll end the video right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for another unboxing, and bye bye.